So it's a joy to be here. It's a joy to see you both after having had the opportunity to get to know you over these past months. And it's a beautiful day. It's the first official day of winter, the shortest day of the year, and yet it feels bright and warm in here. So we have a little bit of business to take care of before we get to your chuppah. And these little traditions and rituals set the stage and set us up for the ceremony that will occur under the chuppah. So the first, of course, are two different legal documents. One is a legal document that the state of New York needs in order for you to be considered married. The other, of course, is the Ketubah, which is the Jewish marriage contract. Traditionally, the Jewish marriage contract is this very legal document in Aramaic, which outlines the responsibilities that the groom has to the bride, and really sort of treats the bride as property. It's a very antiquated kind of a document, but the bottom line is it wasn't meant to be romantic, it was meant to be legal. Here we have a modern ketubah, which is absolutely beautiful, both in form and in content, and we'll have an opportunity to read it a little bit later. But this really outlines the agreements and responsibilities that you share with each other as you enter into this new phase of your relationship. And so you have asked two very dear friends to witness both of these documents and to affix their names to them as a way of witnessing the important moment that we share now. So why don't we begin with the civil marriage license, and Sally, maybe with this pen. At the bottom, there's a place for the witness here. And you should fill out, you should print your name and then sign it underneath.
That's true.
Okay.
Just pop it.
Okay, perfect. And then the ketubah. So now you're warmed up, right? You'll do a perfect signature.
Do the other pen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Sorry. Thank you.
Is that a ceremonial pen we get to keep?
Oh.
This is a nice pen, but this is the ketubah pen. Yes.
Oh boy.
Nicely done.
All right. And now either we can, if you want to go
I'll go
around
around
maybe
here.
instead of.
That's
Yeah, that's handling.
It is history. It is.
All right. Yes.
Oh, Lord. It's a
Great.
party now.
So,
Yeah.
Rebecca, you will sign it. Okay.
Are you sure, Rebecca? Yeah.
you can back out now.
This is it. I don't know, Mitch will give you the 20 cows and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the bride. Oh, she. Yeah. It's easy. Mitchell.
Holy cow.
Oh, we're,
I know, I get
Very
nervous.
nice.
we're going to be very
Okay.
careful when we put it back.
I can't, that's gonna be my signature like forever now for the rest of the
That's
Yes.
correct.
You're tied to the old ball and chain.
I'm like, now I can't change my signature.
Charlie.
I guess I could, but.
Is it official?
Not yet.
Not
Downstairs.
yet. But the first part is done, and this is beautiful. So let's get this back in the frame and in
Plastic.
the
Yeah.
plastic
Let's
do the
before we
plastic
move on,
first.
so that we don't have any.
Yeah, it's gonna get glass.
Careful the tape.
Yeah.
The tape is.
You wanna do the top? Yeah, we're gonna do the tape
You're
on the bottom
artistic.
just in case.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a big channel.
Bike
Right.
Gotta go bike riding, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nice to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
Thank you for doing
Let me
this.
hold the tape.
Yeah,
Here,
you know,
right here.
he's gonna bring it, so.
So what, after they?
Yeah,
We'll
make
go
sure you
in
get
the
pictures of
mail.
him dancing, he's gonna
Yeah, we'll
be.
fold,
They
fold the top.
You don't even have to
Wait,
set
wait,
the
wait.
expectation.
We're gonna have to switch this. Take, hold the tape again.
The marriage license is
Oh,
in
okay.
the bag, and will go in the mailbox.
Okay,
This is
okay.
on back.
I had a scare, so I'm glad to be telling.
Okay.
So we're good with
So we'll wait till that's all set, and then we'll
Ketubah.
do the two more things.
Okay, oh, we have to do a little reading.
Yeah.
But after their name, after her name is changed, then do you add to that?
No,
No.
this
Okay.
won't officially change her name,
The marriage
but
certificate
this
does.
will, this will make the marriage legal, but then she'll have to go through all the channels to change the name.
No, I thought that's
We'll
done
deal
in
with this
the,
later.
with the
This is
marriage
not the
certificate.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, later.
All right.
Okay,
Maybe.
so, perfect, our ketubah is signed. So there are two more things that we have to do before we go downstairs. The first is to acknowledge that this is the most important day of your lives. But sometimes we forget that this is an unbelievably momentous day in the lives of your parents as well. Because even though you've, of course, been out on your own and living independently for some time, symbolically, really, you're now leaving that nuclear family to begin a new one. And so we want to just take a moment to recognize that your parents, who are busy,
Yeah.
We're here.
You
Yeah,
can
Come back. I can come back.
are responsible in many ways for being here today, for all of the love and support that they have given you both your entire lives. And so I've asked them to read a blessing to both of you, and also then if you just want to take a private moment to say some words to each other and to your son and to your daughter, that would be lovely as well. So I'll ask all four of you to read together.
Okay, ready?
May your love for each other grow deeper with each passing year. May the bonds between you grow stronger. May God bless you with children who will bring you joy, as you have brought to us. May your home be filled with peace and light. May God shield you from all harm, and may all your prayers be answered. Amen.
May it be so.
Okay, so why don't you two stand up,
Okay.
and you're welcome to hold on to those, or you can.
Oh.
Yeah, so why don't you just take a moment to speak privately.
Privately, it's not gonna be on the video.
No,
Well,
no.
it'll
And
be on the
nobody
video
needs
anyway.
to know what you have to say.
I'm sorry, I can't myself.
I know. Aw. You did a good job with your hair. John did a nice job. Could've tried on the end. Aw. Aw.
But they'll be, everything about the saying yes to the dress was great.
All the times we watched that show.
Many more.
But it's true, when you have
Children.
children, every once in a while, as they're growing up, you think of that day that they're gonna get married. It's just that it's there.
Right.
It's unbelievable. I know.
Aw,
Stand here.
Stand here.
Rebecca, come.
Yeah,
Stand here.
Mitch, welcome to our family.
Welcome to our family.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
Oh.
I know.
After all the professional work.
Yeah.
I'm already done.
Welcome.
Oh.
Thank you.
There is a tradition called Bedekin, which comes from the Hebrew word meaning to check. And this tradition dates back to biblical times, and in fact we have a story in the Torah about Jacob who wanted to marry Rachel, was in love with Rachel, but in the wedding tent, Leah, Rachel's older sister, was substituted for her, and he found when he emerged the next morning that actually he had married Leah. So we have a tradition of checking to make sure that the bride that is here is indeed the one that you choose to marry. And I don't
Otherwise, 7
think.
years of hard labor.
Right,
Yes.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So I don't think that there's any doubt
I
that
don't know, I'm
your
holding this.
bride, very important job. But I also like to think of the tradition in a symbolic way, and that is to say that you know each other very, very well. But at this moment, as you embark on your married lives together, you acknowledge that there are still many, many things that you will discover about one another, that many things will be revealed as you travel this path together. So take a moment, come closer, look into Rebecca's eyes, and when you're ready, you can lower the veil
Okay.
over her face.
Okay.
You guess she's done looking.
Did you check the serial number?
Okay.
I
So
can still see her.
with that, all of the traditions have been complete that will bring us to your chuppah. So I think whatever you need to do now to get ready.
Now we're ready. We had our
is-
5 minutes, so.
Good, so great. So I think everybody can relax for a few minutes until we have to